Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So a bill just passed in the House which would increase payments for beneficiaries of Social Security through fewer taxes. We'll be covering that. Plus, we have yet another government shutdown looming, so we'll be covering that as well. And Donald Trump just confirmed a list of possible VP candidates, so we'll be covering that as well. But before we go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive up to $9,000 in free stocks or $9,000 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Webull. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then deposit at least 1 penny. At that point, Webull will be sending you at least 3 free stocks worth, once again, all the way up to $9,000. And if you'd really just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive those free stocks is just sell them for what they're worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so diving right into our lead story of today's video, and of course that does involve beneficiaries of Social Security. And unfortunately, even though there has been a cost of living adjustment so far this year, most beneficiaries say that it is not keeping up with inflation. So, according to Fox News, no relief for seniors as big drop forecasted for Social Security COLA. So seniors drawing Social Security benefits could see them increase by as much as 2.5% next year in 2025, trailing moderating inflation figures, according to one early estimate. The Congressional Budget Office's estimate of 2.5% comes just above the 1.75% cost of living adjustment that the Senior Citizens League is forecasting for 2025. TSCL's COLA estimates fluctuate based on the most recent CPI data. Also, they go on to say that the tapered cost of living bump that is forecasted for 2025 is likely to fall short of what seniors calculate they need to make ends meet. Seniors have already said that the more generous 2024 COLA won't be enough to cover the rise in their household spending, according to TSCL's 2024 senior survey. Nearly 3 in 5 seniors collecting Social Security are struggling financially, and 62% said that the 3.2% COLA for 2024 is insufficient to cover their expenses and support their lifestyle, the Atticus survey said. Roughly 40% said they plan to find work due to the modest COLA increase, with almost half of single seniors at 47% considering employment to supplement their income. So a lot of people are considering returning to work either on a part-time or a full-time basis because the COLAs that they are receiving are not enough to keep up with inflation. Now, the article goes on to say that more Social Security recipients may owe taxes on their benefits for the first time this tax season. According to TSCL, 23% of survey participants who received Social Security for 3 years or more said they pay taxes for the first time during the 2023 tax season. This percentage will likely increase this tax season because of the 8.7% COLA increase that took place last year in 2023. Now, Social Security benefits are taxed when income surpasses $25,000. This fixed threshold has never been adjusted for inflation since the tax became effective in 1984. Up to 85% of Social Security benefits can be taxable when income exceeds certain thresholds. Now, even though your benefits can be taxed at the federal level, most states thankfully have done away with the tax at the state level, and we move one step forward yesterday as the House of Representatives in the state of West Virginia said no more taxes for beneficiaries of Social Security, as by a wide margin they eliminated the taxation in a bill in the House of Representatives. So according to Fox News, West Virginia's Republican-led House of Delegates approved a bill on Thursday that would cut and gradually phase out the state income tax on Social Security benefits. Eliminating the tax is a key priority for GOP Governor Jim Justice, who announced it as part of his annual budget proposal during his final State of the State address last month. Now, back in 2019, the legislature passed a bill cutting the income tax on Social Security benefits for the state's lowest earners, those making less than $100,000 filing jointly and $50,000 for a single person over 3 years. The proposal passed on Thursday, which now heads to the Senate, would eliminate the tax for everyone else also over a 3-year period. The tax would be cut by 35% this year, retroactive to January 1st and 65% in 2025. The tax would be phased out completely by 2026. So obviously good news there. At the federal level, of course, there are certain bills out there that would also eliminate all taxation at the federal level as well, but they have not yet passed the House, nor have they passed the Senate. But we will definitely have to keep our eyes and ears peeled for those bills. Now, in some other news, of course, we have yet another government shutdown looming. Will they pass it? There's one coming up on March 1st that they have to get the government funded by, and a lot of people are speculating that they might end up just having another short-term funding bill. So according to Fox News, Congress likely to punt government shutdown deadlines once again, according to sources. So with roughly a week until Congress's deadline to avoid a partial government shutdown, House and Senate leaders are seriously considering a short-term federal funding extension to give lawmakers more time to reach a deal. Four sources told Fox News Digital that the spending patch, known as a continuing resolution, is increasingly likely to be congressional leaders' near-term fix to avoid the negative impacts of a partial shutdown. So once again, we're going to be dealing with that drama. And also, recently we had Donald Trump coming out and releasing, or confirming, I guess, who his possible VP candidates could be. Let's go ahead and watch.
The audience has been asked who they think would be a good choice, and various names came up. One of them was, of course, Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah. He's made a big splash. Ron DeSantis, who's making an appearance today in South Carolina, we just found out. Obviously, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, and a big presence here for Tulsi Gabbard. Very interesting. And Kristi Noem as well, I should say. Right. Are they all on your short list?
Honestly, all of those people are good. They're all good. They're all solid. And I always say, I want people with common sense.
Now, of all those names, of course, Tulsi Gabbard happens to be the most interesting one. This is because she was once a Democrat, and she actually ran in 2020 to be the Democratic nominee against Joe Biden. She, of course, eventually lost. Now she is considering herself as an independent. But here is Tulsi Gabbard actually recently defending Donald Trump. Let's go ahead and watch.
The Democrat elite and their cronies, they're using our criminal justice system to prosecute and distract the Republican presidential candidate in the midst of his campaign. As we know, Donald Trump currently faces 91 charges in 4 criminal cases, 44 on the federal side, 47 on the state side, all felonies. This most recent ruling in New York, the real estate case, charging him a $355 million fine plus nearly $100 million in interest for a business transaction where there was no victim or complaint, where all parties made money. So egregious that even people who are not fans of Donald Trump are standing up and saying this is crazy and criticizing this judge's decision that from the very beginning has been a very clearly politically motivated hit job. This is the truth. They're hoping and doing all that they can convict Donald Trump of some crime, any crime, to try to undermine his support and therefore prevent what they fear most, a second Trump presidency.
So who, in your opinion, do you think Trump should end up picking? Do you believe that he should pick Tulsi Gabbard? Do you believe that he'll end up picking Vivek Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis, perhaps even Nikki Haley, Tim Scott, or someone else? Leave your thoughts in comments below. But that's all we have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. And I will see you in the next video.